Hey guys, so I'm told that there is a ban list out, so it's like super exciting. I really had a good feeling it would come out today, so let's just get right into the reaction, discussion, whatever. So it's gonna come into effect January of 2024. I don't really like how they started putting like a really long time period between the next list, but this one's a little bit more understandable because we do have, of course, have winter holidays, but this site kind of looks a little different than usual. So let's just go with, I guess they just give you all the latest changes. So we do have a Guido Kelbeck here. I'm just going to try my best not to read all the cards at once, so that makes sense. Hopefully that means Shifter is finally banned, because if you're banning all these millers, then, you know, like, I think that would probably make more sense, but I'm really glad. I think a lot of people have been calling for them as well. Probably the Grave Shufflers don't really have to go if these Shufflers are gone. Circular's banned? Is this real? Am I reading this right? Okay. Oh, Isolde is banned. Okay. That's interesting. I guess, you know, I know a lot of people, like in the prediction videos, especially the survey video, there were a lot of people that thought Isolde would finally get banned. I know there were a lot of people who really were against that, you know, like with Infernoble, like McConko, they really need that card. I think one of the argument was like up until now, you know, there's been a lot of like, you know, kind of like more degenerate strategies that have used Isolde historically. Not so much anymore, as at least in the past, but I guess they finally decided to ban it. I mean, it's pretty surprising in a way, but also not. So Harpor is finally back to 1, so that is that's really cool actually. Same with Redox Dragon Roller. So Harpor, I mean, of course, with like toss format, we had, you know, like the fact that Engage came back so long ago was already like really surprising. I thought of all the cards that would actually stay, but that came back. You know, you had Gazelle come back, like Mirage Salio, Harpor. I think especially with like maybe like a Guido Kelbeck being banned, I don't know if that kind of helps, but I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of Orcus enthusiasts are really enjoying it right now. Dragon Roller, wow, Airlifter, wow, Shavara, they're really hitting everything. This almost seems, this is obviously complete opposite of what I thought would happen. I really thought that we were kind of okay with like the engine, like actual archetype cards. We just had to hit some like, you know, the very powerful non-engine cards. This is getting me a little worried. I do play Branded, for example. They're probably going to hit a lot of that as well, because if they're hitting all of this, Airlifter, really, okay, wow, they're really going, oh my goodness. Dryas, so they're now hitting Rika. They're hitting everything. Healer, oh, interesting. Ib. I was just kind of thinking about this a few weeks ago, how this was banned, kind of at the same time that Engage and like that January 2019 list that was just absolute massacre. Snatch Steal is back to 1? This really seems like a fake list. They brought this to 1 a few years ago, and then I believe they immediately changed it to banned again afterwards. This is crazy. I do not have this card, so I'm sure a lot of you probably don't. This is probably gonna skyrocket now, which is gonna be crazy. Oh no way, they're actually hitting floodgates now too. Okay, this really seems like a custom list. This is Merry Christmas to everyone. So goes the match rivalry. I'm fine with it. Hopefully there can be only one as well. Oh, okay, there we go. All of them are going to 1. Okay, what are we missing? Well, you know what? That sucks. That means Anti-Spell Fragrance is still not banned. There's also things like Dimension Barrier, all those cards. That unfortunately is still around, and that's a little too unfortunate. But you know what? I'm always a fan of like these giant hits, and this is actually pretty, you know, it's a pretty big deal, monumental, really. Like the fact that Konami wasn't really banning or limiting these specific type of, you know, attribute type based floodgates. So that's really cool to see that they're finally going towards that. Hopefully kind of stays that way. Terror Top coming, oh, Pancratop's coming to 2. Okay, this has been sort of relatively kind of drifting in and out. If you watch like my YCS Top Cut breakdowns, Pancratops has been somewhat played. It's usually like a nice little flex spot at 1. When it went to 1 originally, I still remember it was quite the surprise, and then kind of people eventually sort of quickly realized like, okay, maybe that was fair because it was like really strong. But to 2, I guess that's still fair. I mean, will people still play it at 2? Maybe, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to find side deck space nowadays, but that's kind of cool. Oh wow, they actually did hit Sleepy Memory. So they hit it to 2. I think for of the Pearly hits, this was definitely the one. If they had to hit, they would have hit it. I didn't think they would. But because like draw cards, I mean, Konami has kind of shown they don't really like that. So this is insane list so far. Like considering that we only had 3 changes on the last list, this honestly really looks like a fake list. I'm getting a little scared. Infinity Archfiend. So what does that mean? I don't even know what the symbol means, but Oh, okay, I see. It's becoming unlimited. Okay, okay. So okay, that's kind of cool. Mind Control is back. Pot of Desires is also back. Cashier Unicorn is also back. I guess a lot of people were actually had this on my ban list prediction survey as well, just because Rise Art's ban, maybe put Unicorn back to whatever it was to 3. It's really strong card on its own, but you know what, Cashier without a Rise Art, it's definitely pretty different. But as a package as well, Cashier. I just realized they didn't hit Fenrir, so I guess that's something. Mind Control. This had gone to 1 not a few years ago. I think it was around the time of Master Rule 5, about when it was coming out actually. So, like Change of Hearts at 1, I guess Mind Control. And now it's Snatch Steal as well. They really like us taking opponents' monsters. Snatch Steal is really interesting. I'm kind of curious how often that's going to see play, especially like whatever the next premier event is. I think there's going to be a lot of interest, especially with some of the newer cards that are unrealistic. Like, let's say Change of Heart, when that was first put to 1, there were definitely a good amount of topping lists that were playing it, but not so much as anymore. But kind of cool to see. Oh, Spellbook's coming back. Sprite Starter, holy, okay, that's kind of nice actually. I kind of wanted to try Sprite again. So that's nice. I'm kind of surprised, because especially they haven't banned anything else. I guess Sprite has been kind of on the decline. I just realized they also did not hit any runic stuff, did they? Which means I guess Sprite, good day for Sprite players. This is kind of a surprise, but I'll take it, not gonna lie. And oh, Upstart Goblin to 3. I mean, I guess I'm kind of surprised again. I was just talking about how Konami doesn't seem to like draw cards, but now they put this to 3. I mean, nowadays, like people, a lot of people back in the days used to play just like Upstart just to make it, quote unquote 39 card deck. But realistically, that wasn't really going to help in terms of math, but it does help in terms of, let's say, a striker where they needed something like spell counters or things of that nature. So in that case, Upstart Goblin could be hopeful. This is kind of interesting. This has been a crazy list. I mean, I'm happy with it. They could have hit more stuff, I would say, but at the same time, you know what? I'm surprised they didn't hit Branded. I'm really shocked right now, but I mean, I guess I'll take it. So let me know what your thoughts are on this ban list. I mean, I'm really happy that it came when it did. I was kind of expecting it would come out at least last week, but I'm glad it came. I'm sure all of you are excited to play in the new year. I know I am. So anyways, again, thanks for watching. Really let me know in the comments what you think of this list, and well, take care, guys.